Hi, I'm Dr. Baxter Bell for 101 Years, and I have a question for you today. What do low back pain, emotions, and yoga have in common? Well, I can't wait too long for your answer, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you that modern research by doctors like Dr. Sarno in the United States and others have started to put a clear connection between emotional states and chronic pain states. The good news is that yoga has a connection with those two things by virtue of the fact that yoga can be used to help reduce chronic pain and also help to influence our underlying emotional state. Several modern studies have shown that yoga can be very effective in helping people who have depression and anxiety, which of course could also contribute to worsening of chronic low back pain. So today I'm going to share with you a series of yoga postures and movements that are designed to both help to open up the area of the lower back and bring more flexibility into that area, and also to strengthen that area as well. So a combination of strength and flexibility is important for the overall health of the lower back. With that in mind, you'll need just a couple of things to do your practice today. I've got an old necktie that I'm going to use as a strap, and then I've also got an old copy of the Physician's Desk Reference that was gathering dust on my shelf. I've taken some duct tape and wrapped that up, and I've made a homemade block out of that I'll show you how to use in a few moments as well. So have those things handy. I'm going to set the strap off to the side and come down to lie on your back. So as you come down to lie on your back, you can move your blanket out of the way. I'm going to put the block down where my feet are going to be so that I can use it underneath my feet if I need to. And we're going to start by coming into constructive rest position on the back, and then we're going to take the right foot and we're going to cross it over the left ankle. And once it's up there, we want to keep the hips nice and even, but we want to encourage this right knee to move away from the chest as far as it can safely go. This brings a nice stretch into the hip and the back of the buttock area, where an important muscle called the piriformis muscle is often associated with pain in the gluteal area, the buttock area, or in the lower back. If you don't feel much sensation when you're in this position, you can put your bottom foot up on your block, and sometimes just that little lift will bring more sensation into the right side. If you're still not feeling much, you might have to tip the legs in, lift your chest up, and hold on to the back of that left leg. So I've taken my right arm in between the legs, and I've interlaced my fingers, and now I'm going to rest my shoulders and head back down to the floor. As I do that, that top leg gets pulled in, and I start to feel a really nice stretch in the right hip area. If I want to increase that, I'll take my elbow and press it forward to the inner thigh. As I'm doing that, I'm thinking about keeping my breath very relaxed and smooth and even. So the breath is important as you're working in some of these poses that are done without moving a lot. I would call this a static pose, where I'm not moving a whole lot. And then after maybe 6 to 10 breaths, maybe a minute or so, I'll release my hands, bring my foot down to either the block or the floor, take the top leg and give it a shake, and then bring it down. And then I'll repeat that on the second side. So either foot on the floor with the knee dropped open, or foot on the block, or possibly lifting up and holding on to the back of the leg. This time my left arm goes in between my legs and I hold on to the back of the leg and then lower back down. The feet can stay flexed, and you want to make sure you're not tipped away to one side or the other, so lower back is even on the floor. And then as you draw in, you can take your left elbow and press it forward into the inner thigh to get even more stretch if you're not feeling a whole lot. So you want to work on this at home for about 6 to 10 breaths. I'll leave it to you to keep good track of that. And then when you're done, you'll relax the hand, release the foot down to the block or the floor, take the left leg up, give it a good shake, and then release the foot down. Once you're done, you can just take your foot and slide your block out of the way, locate your strap, and stretch your legs out for a moment, rolling the thighs in and out. This next sequence involves the strap on your foot. So I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to bring my right knee in and place the tie around the center of the foot, right in the center of the arch. Then I want to have equal length of tie on both sides of the foot, and I'm going to take the leg generally up towards the sky. So a lot of my students in my back care class have so much tightness and discomfort that they really have to have that top leg forward like this. So just because I'm showing it a little more vertical doesn't mean that's the right spot for you. So find the right spot that allows the knee to be relatively straight, and you can push up into the strap and pull down at the same time. Stretch the bottom leg out, adjust the top leg as you need to. Stay in this first position for about 6 breaths. Then, taking your arm out to the side,
take the right leg out to the right and stop it when it hovers about a foot off the floor. Push out through the heel, pull back through the strap. Keep the chest nice and broad. Keep the bottom leg active and strong. And again, 6 to 10 breaths in any of these held positions is a good starting place. You can always work up to longer holds over time. Then exhale the leg back up to center and switch the straps into your other hand, taking your right arm out to the side. This next maneuver is small. You're just going to take the top leg over to the left about 6 inches or so. Once you get it there, you could take your other hand and push down and out on the leg to create a little outer rotation on that thigh. Finally, when you've done that for 6 to 8 breaths or 10 breaths, you'll come back to center. You'll release the strap off the foot and let the leg come down and notice how the two sides feel. Okay? So I want you to maybe pause for a moment and do that on the second side on your own so that we have time to show one more nice little action here for you. And this is what I call the yoga sit-up. So you want to have a little space underneath your lower back, not flat. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head, and bend your elbows up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, roll your head and shoulders up towards your thighs while maintaining the arch under your lower back. Inhale, lower the shoulders and head back down. Exhale, roll up a little bit. Inhale, roll down. And exhale, roll up. You'll notice that my hips aren't really moving at all, but my chest and head are rolling up and down. So I'm keeping that little arch underneath the lumbar area so that I'm working some of the deepest layers of the abdominal muscles that are very helpful for lower back health. After you've done that about 6 times, let the elbows come out to the sides, release the hands, roll to one side, and bring yourself up to sitting. Finally, to finish your low back sequence, you'll want to go ahead and click on the relaxing breath option on your app. Thanks for joining me to learn about low back pain, emotions, and yoga.